Hello, everybody. Happy holidays. We're here for some vegan activism and a little vegan outreach. And I mean that in a slightly different angle, right? In a slightly different way. But we're going to do both. Figure I'd come out here with the Santa hat. Yesterday, I need a microphone, don't I? Or at least the optics of. It's sunny out today. Hi guys. Anybody here yet? We gotta, not quite. Okay, it's okay. All right, might have some action today. It's kind of nice out here. So yesterday, this was crazy. I took a run through town wearing the Vegan Message shirt, the one that says compassion, nonviolence for the people, for the planet, for the animals. And I wore that shirt and I just went for a run. And anybody in that live stream, because I made it live, by the way, must have found it crazy that out of nowhere, someone started conversation with me and then started running with me. And I realized later he was probably running to get to the bus stop, but he was running with me and we had a conversation. I asked him the tough questions. I told him I loved him and we both went our separate ways. And it was like this beautiful, like organic moment of sharing. But hi there. But yeah, so today we're out here, we're just asking the public why they're not vegan yet and having some fun question, Q&A and sharing of information. And we're also going to do something else. We're going to give my vegan friends a heads up on a live stream happening today. So I'll do that kind of towards the camera in the middle. Okay, now we're cooking with a little better. Does that thing look like it wants to break? Really going to need a new stand at a certain point here. Okay, here we go. Okay, there's 4 people in here. All right.
Okay, well, yeah.
Hi guys. What's going on, everybody? How are you? All right, well, welcome guys. If anybody's just getting here, we come out here, and there's 4 of you in here. We come out here once a week. We speak up for the animals. And we also share with our human brother and sister how we've been lied to. And that's really the thing that eclipses all things, right? Oh, we have somebody here, and I don't know if I speak your language, but nice to see you. Let's see how long I can hang out here. Oh, this guy too. Hey guys, I'm gonna hang out for like 15 minutes myself. I don't want to impose on you guys. I just come out here, I ask people a few questions for social experiments. But I'll let you do your thing. Give me 15 minutes and I'll be gone.
Okay. $1 a minute in the box.
Oh, heard. All right, guys. Okay, anyway, how you doing? Nice to see you. So this stream is gonna kind of do a few things at once. We're probably gonna go down to the docks in a minute here, but I want to. First, we're out here just sharing with everybody, how we've been tricked and fooled to not be vegan. And second thing today is we're going to be talking to vegans and sharing with them how we also have been fooled by certain narratives. And there's a big interview coming up by kind of the Godfather science vegan in like 2 hours, and I want us to keep our wits about us while doing this. Anyway, let's move out of the way here and rock this out real quick. I think we're gonna move over here. This is a better area anyway. Hi guys. Let them do their thing. It's the Salvation Army, getting money for the homeless. Oh, the docks actually look nice. Let's go to the docks. Who wants to go to the docks with me and hang out? Let's go to the docks. Now, by the way, I'm using a mic that is not working. And you probably know that by now. But this mic does not work. I'm using it pretty much for optics right now. It helps just to keep the flow seamless as far as the person-to-person dynamic, the Q&A dynamic. It kind of looks kind of inorganic when I'm just there talking. Uh-oh, someone's getting pulled over. Someone's getting a bad birthday. All right, we're gonna plant right here, one of our old spots. All right, we got Greg in here. All right, if there's any vegans watching, is there any vegans watching right now? If there are, let me know, guys. We're doing outreach to vegans and outreach to non-vegans today. There's an interview coming up with Dr. G in like 2 hours, and I want everyone to keep their wits about them. Anyone that still follows Dr. G and listens to his words as law. It's funny, I saw an interview with him not too long ago where he was wearing a, hey, what's up, Pip? Nice to see you. I'm doing the Santa hat again today. Different outfit though. That was funny yesterday. That was crazy. I was looking at the video too, by the way, and I'm like, how the hell can I even make that a short? I can't even imagine how you guys even watched me. How, it was just hellacious to watch myself. All the bouncing and all over the place, and my voice in my head. And then I noticed I was spitting. How uncouth. I guess I just do that when I run. And I'm not even considering the people watching. What an inconsiderate person I was yesterday. But I really appreciate you guys all being there for that stream. That was kind of cool and kind of fun. But I was watching an interview with Dr. G. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, and you get the Santa hat too, very nice. But I was thinking I could maybe make a short out of it, like impose it into a short like this. But I just won't make that a short because it was just all over the place, But I was watching an interview with Dr. G, Dr. Greger, we'll say his name, and he's wearing this sweatshirt that says vegan superhero. And I'm thinking to myself, bro, I don't even think you're a vegan. I can't even consider that man a vegan, especially with what I know now. And he's got the gall to wear a sweatshirt that says vegan superhero. No, dude, you got to take that off. Hi, guys. You guys want to try this? Why aren't you vegan yet? A few quick questions. Up to you. Just testing values today. Have a good one, guys. And I just couldn't help, but I couldn't help myself. I just laughed. That man is literally telling people to eat lab-made cyanide. He's telling people to eat, and on a massive basis, by the way. There's a lot of people that follow him. He's not just some drop in the bucket name. He's somebody that has a huge following, a lot of responsibility, and a lot of influence, especially to vegans that consider themselves compassionate vegans for the animals. Because that man, what he's doing and what he's fostering and what he's kind of perpetuating is not vegan, guys. It's not vegan. But you're telling people to put lab-made cobalt, lab-made cyanide, and lab-made bacteria from industrial, extrapolations into our human bodies? Bro, no, you're not a vegan superhero. You're not even a vegan, dude. I mean, hi guys. You guys want to try this? Why aren't you vegan yet? A few quick questions.
Nah, we just enjoyed our cupcakes.
Oh, okay. You can do it though. It's 2025. We can be kind, right? Have a good one. We got to leave people with certain things sometimes. You see me on Saturday nights now. It's like a street fight out there with some of these, like, really just crazy comebacks. Like, the one thing, in kind of digressing a little bit, I've learned to move forward with activism intuitively. When you see me with a conversation with somebody, like, for instance, that guy that I was running with yesterday, we steward, we lead with compassion, we share with them, right? But somebody just walking by and wants to make a remark, I'm sorry, but we have to stand up for the animals too. We have to stand up for the animals, and sometimes we have to meet strength with strength if it just makes people think a little bit. Like that person that just said that, I guarantee you, I know, I don't have to guarantee you anything, I just know that they're made of compassion and they're made of love. But they've been taught otherwise. And if I can give them something to think about, then that's just a net positive for the situation, right? That's the interesting thing, Pip. I don't know. So I'm anxious to see what unfolds in this interview. To see, I think there will be some tells. I mean, there already have been some tells. He's put up videos, like 5 consecutive videos on B12 in the last 2 months, or 5 videos. I won't say consecutive, but 5 videos up on B12 in the last 2 months, and that's a tell that he's getting messaging through some kind of intelligence from some of his other vegan sciencers, his disciples, if you will, that there's been a disruption in the force, a disruption in the equilibrium, that somebody, or maybe a group of people, I like to call us, actually, well, I didn't dub the term, but one of my friends did, the vegan truthers, compassionate vegans, not the science vegans that get off on all the granulations and the numbers, and we worship our hero that is so quirky and so innocent and just knows all this science stuff, and he's just so smart. He is an authority, and if you are following him, you are following an authority. It's very akin to religion, science. It's very akin to religion. You do something against the church. Ooh, you better shape up. You better get in line. You better stop that. With science, in science narratives, it's the same thing. Ooh, oh my gosh, you can't go against this whole B12 narrative. No. You get in line, and doctors have had to do this too. Plant-based doctors, it's been materially noticed that certain doctors have spoken up and kind of Freudian slipped on the whole fallacy of B12 and the lie of it, but been quickly told to get back in line. Religion and science are very similar along those lines. These are certain rules, you must follow them, or you will be ostracized from the church. Like I myself, I'm kind of like a ostracized vegan from the vegan movement right now. And it's kind of sad because, this is what I do. You're going to ostracize someone that's actually out here defending the animals. But they let their, people let their kind of dogma and their kind of tribal want to be in the tribe, eclipse all things, even their own compassion for the little animals. And that's what's happening right now. But I'm just glad that I have compassionate vegans like you guys that are listening right now to tap into your higher wisdom and listen to your intuition, what it tells you, to follow this external authority or to kind of ask yourself instead. Okay, halfway through the book. Oh, that's so cool, Pip. You got it. That's amazing. I'm so glad. I love that. And it's mind-blowing, but I'm guessing very few people know about it. Yeah. I think the more we talk about it, the more people will know about it, because the more people will read the history. Nobody wants to read the history, and that's essentially what it is. And that's so cool you're halfway through. It's a history book. That's all it is. An ethical vegan went down the rabbit hole for 7 years, getting all the very hard to find historical information They make it that way, by the way. And she's been able to kind of present it in a very coherent, understandable way that can let everybody just kind of toggle their own intuition and see the lie. You know what I mean? Because it's a big lie. That's so cool you're halfway through. Hi, Donna. Nice to see you. Yeah, and I'll tell you one thing, Pip. I had to read it twice. I'll be candid with you. I'll be candid with you. I like to think that I'm pretty smart of a guy, but I literally had to read this book twice. The first time I read it, what really stood out was the palpable deception. Like, that's what I got from it. And I knew from reading it the first time that it was an absolute lie. But because it's been built out so keen and so clever and architected so smartly, you know, I was still conflated. I was still confused with certain bits of information, I guess. And reading it the second time brought it all together. And I'm still thinking I'm like not 100%. I'm probably 90% keen on the content of the book. Yeah, it is a lot to take in. And you know what? It's good to read it again, because reading the history, because it starts off with the history, and I like the deep history as far as 1822, James Combe, Thomas Addison, who are other guys? George Orwell, into the Nobel Prizes, into Carl Volckers, into Ricks, you know, all these dates, the 1940s, 1950s, we, you know, now that's all great context, but it makes a lot more sense, I think, and it comes together more cohesively the second time you read it. Everything just clicks better once you've got through the book once, and then you read it the second time. All the history, and all like the hard work she harvested in presenting that history, it just makes more sense. But I'll tell you, history, they can tinker with certain information on studies, research, etc. You know, different PubMed expressions and PubMed, you know, BS, all the funded studies. But it's much harder for them to conflate the actual history, the dates, the times, the people, the happenings. You can't really do that because it's much more in stone, you know? And that's why you just read the history and then you just ask yourself, is this a lie? You know, because no one ever questioned it against it. They just assumed that it was something that was something you needed. Everyone had just bypassed that first, the genesis of. No one questioned it. But when you're kind of destroying a lie and kind of seeing a truth, I think one of the most important things is first you have to see how it was proven. This said subject was proven to be, and everyone has skipped that part right now. They're already way past that part. They bypassed it. They just, in their heads, are like, yeah, B12 is a real thing. It exists, and you know, this is part of the inertia. But it was never proven to be in the first place. It was never proven to be a thing in the first place. And if you read the book, you'll understand what it actually is. It's not. It's a nothing burger. It's a paperless, toothless, a paper toothless tiger that really has never existed. It's only relative definition existing within the four walls of a Merck lab. It doesn't exist in the soil. It's a unicorn. It never has been in the soil. So, but yeah, read it a second time for sure. Hey, Marcos, how you doing? Marcos, I'm sending you a copy of the book today, my friend. I'm sending you a copy of the book today. So look out for that. But okay, since I got some of you guys here, there's about 14 people here, not too many people walking around, but that's okay. Maybe this is more so for us today. Anybody walking into that interview that comes up at 3 o'clock, and if you still follow Michael Greger, or you're on the fence with Michael Greger, or if you're on the fence with B12, in any situation, I think it's a good interview to watch. Vegan, like compassionate vegans like me and many of you guys in the chat, it'll be good for us to watch, and then for us to relay to our other, you know, compassionate vegans and soon to be compassionate vegans instead of B12 plant-basers. Because if you're taking B12, guys, I hate to say it, you can't be vegan. You can be plant-based, but B12 is not vegan. We can easily share with our other vegan brother and sisters how we're being lied to by this narrative. And if you're curious about it, and you're wondering about what's going to happen, what's he going to talk about in this interview, I want you to go in there with a very attuned ear, and I want you to listen for certain sound bites. I want you to listen for certain manner of speaks. I want you to watch his composure. I want you to watch his delivery. As for the absolute, like, or, whatever content comes out of the interview, we'll be reviewing that on Friday, and we'll break it down, and we'll kind of address everything that he's, sending out to the masses. But watch him. Watch him. And this isn't to say that, I'm not making an attack on somebody else, okay? I'm making an attack on profit narratives. That's where the anger goes. It's not on this person, okay? The anger goes to profit narratives. That's where we channel all of it, okay? Because that's what overarches everything, especially when someone tells you to do something, which is the nature of this directive. They're telling you to do something. The directive tells you to follow the orders, eat the B12. I'm in this stream yesterday, and one of my vegan activist friends that I thought had maybe changed his mind on things, he just emits this idiocy, just saying, no, you still have to eat the B12. It's like, dude, you're being an idiot. And it's like, how can you submit to this whole directive of doing things? Are we that much of sheeps? Are we that much of order followers? We're vegans, we question things. And we're not vegan when we eat B12. I'm sorry, that person's not even vegan that said that yesterday. They're a plant-baser. They're a science B12 plant-baser. And I'm just disappointed beyond all means. But I want to digress, and I want to have everybody just channel their kind of their attention onto the profit narratives. He's just whatever. He's a person. I'm not angling hate or in messaging hate or any kind of bad energy towards him. I message all of it, and I signal all of it towards the profit narratives. That's who we have to watch out for, and that's who speaks through him, unfortunately, through his kind of vehicle, unfortunately. Okay, what do cows eat? That's right, cows eat grass. If you eat steak, you eat grass. All right, switching dynamics. Okay, how about for some people in the chat here? Anybody not vegan yet in the chat? Oh, thank you, Respect for Conscious Beings. Really appreciate that. Love you too. Love to all, because that's all this is, this whole thing. Love is underneath all of it. Oh, thank you, Donna. I appreciate you. Yeah, we're pretty chill today. Just standing out here for the cars with the big vegan sign. Got my Santa hat on. Maybe we'll get an interview. We'll see. But this is more so outreach for other vegans too, and I'm warning everybody just to keep their wits about them with this whole Gregor Q&A. By the way, this is the first Q&A that he's ever done. Now that's another tale. That's I think, as my daughter says, that's sus. That's sus. That's how you use that, right? That is sus. But his disciples must have mentioned there's a disruption in the force. Hey, PJ, how you doing? Thank you, Respect for Conscious Beings. I love that. And even non-vegans are worthy of love. 100% non-vegans are worthy of love. Everybody's worthy of love because we are all love, right? 100%. We've all been fooled. We've been tricked. We've been wounded by profit narratives. What sense would it make for us to say, oh, I don't love that person because he's not vegan? That person is fooled. That person is wounded beyond all means. And yeah, some people are going to be more stubborn than others, and it's just a product of how compounded and how lost they are via the narratives and the violence and the deception that rains down from narratives. That's why we come out here and share with them. We ask them, do you consider yourself a bully or do you consider yourself a protector? Then we ask them if they are for animal abuse or against it. And they always answer those questions. I'm a protector. I do not like animal abuse. And then I ask them the last question that puts all arguments to crumbles. And I ask them, what vitamin or nutrient do you need from a non-vegan diet? And the answer is always the same: none. And at that point, they're just arguing from crumbles. At that point, we exude compassion. We share with them they've been tricked, they've been fooled. They are not. Hi guys. You guys want to try this? Why aren't you vegan yet? Have a good day, guys. People have been fooled. They have been tricked. And it is not in their best interest to go around with these kind of action dynamics. Hi guys. Hi guys, you want to try this? Why aren't you vegan yet? 2 quick questions. Hi guys, you can do it. It's 2025. Have a good one. What's going on, buddy? You guys want to try this? Why aren't you vegan yet? Oh, come on, man. Stop being nice. Have a good one, guys. But anyway, thank you guys for being here. We got some interactions there. You know, people are just not in the mood today, you know, but all these, they just don't know. You know, we're going around following orders. It's normal, it's necessary, it's nice. And then all of a sudden we get addicted to it because they want us to get addicted to it. You know, the evil that underlies all of it, as per the dynamic, you know, as per the dynamic, the very elite wanting to be rich, and richer. And, you know, how things kind of trickle down to us and everybody else. Marcos in the house, Donna in the house, Pip in the house, PJ in the house. What's going on, guys? A lot of compassionate vegans here, actual vegans in the house. So when you're watching, if you guys, I want you guys to watch him. He's going to be on in an hour and 45 minutes. Watch how he comes off. Watch this kind of character they've kind of created, right? This quirky, nerdy scientist guy that's just so harmless, so innocent. He's looking out for your best interests. He just knows so much. He's so smart. You know, the way he talks, his little mannerisms are so cute and quirky. I want you to watch and see how they build out this character, right? What's going on, guys? You guys want to try this? Why aren't you vegan yet? A few quick questions. All right, guys, have a good day. Respect says, it feels like trying to save humans from their own oppression that stems from oppressing animals. Like the chains of slavery work both directions. Yeah, all of our problems in the world come from us seeing animals as objects. It's the root of all of our problems. It's the root. It's what causes wars. It's what causes racism, slavery, bigotry, any kind of discrimination. It's the root. What's going on, big guy? You want to try this? Why aren't you vegan yet?
Good, man. Thanks.
All right, man. You can do it. It's 2025, man. All right. Martin. Hey, Martin. How you doing? Nice to see you. We got Martin in here as well. Man, Avengers assemble. Like, compassionate vegans assemble. But watch him, because he's going to come off as that really likable, innocent, quirky little scientist guy, right? Now, they're going to probably ask him about B12. I'm sure that the subject's going to broach, right? And notice how he's not going to mention at any point, I'll guarantee you this, watching this interview, he will never mention and give us an actual breakdown of the granular, actual entities that are inside of the B12 pill. It won't happen. What he's going to do instead is he's going to keep deferring to all these studies that he'll keep bringing up, being superimposed onto the screen, showing this university did this, this guy took this many control groups, this guy used a scientific method here, this group over here tested against this group over here, which he's gonna, everything will be deflected to the studies, the nutrition, the research, the peer review. It's all going to be deflected there. If at all anything regarding B12 comes up. And what do we got? What do we know, guys, that's the primary to all peer review? What's the primary to all research and all studies? Who knows what the primary is to all of it? No, Jimbo, I'm really not trying to do that. Not shaming people. We are not doing that. We're doing animal rights activism proper, where we go out and we try to share with people that what they're doing is not aligned with their values and they have been fooled. We're not trying to shame anybody. But okay, so the primary to all of the studies, the research, the peer review, it's all money, guys. The scientists are always sensitive to the funding, full stop. You can't argue it, you can't bob and weave around it, you can't You just can't get past it. And if you know this and you keep arguing, just like the meat eater that has been shown they don't need anything nutritionally from an animal to survive, you are arguing from crumbles. So science vegans, please, please, stop diminishing your own intelligence and your own perceived intelligence, because you don't look smart. You don't look smart. Keep the deferrals, the perpetual deferrals. And you know the meat eaters do it too, by the way. And you can't, no, it's not fair for you to say, oh, well, their studies aren't legit. Trust me, they're gonna find anomalies in your studies too. You know, once this is the standard, and this is, you can't, no, you're not allowed to do that. You're basing your things off of science, peer-reviewed studies. This is something that no matter how right you think you are, he's gonna have something too. And guess what? Touche. How's it going, sir? Do you wanna try this? Why aren't you vegan yet? A few quick questions? Have a good day, sir. Yeah, just leave the animals alone. Science vegans, more like B12 plant basers. I wouldn't even call them vegans. B12 plant basers. You know, you can be plant-based, but you're not vegan if you're eating something that has so many things attached to it, like palm oil. Do you guys know about palm oil? Palm oil is not vegan. I didn't know that for a little while, but once I popped the hood on it and learned about its genesis, its utility, how it's extracted and harvested, different things about it, I realized palm oil was not vegan. Hi guys. You guys want to try this? Why aren't you vegan yet? A few quick questions. Have a good day, guys. Oh, it's not nice. Have a good day, guys.
Nice to meet.
Anyway, so yeah, like everything that surrounds B12 is one, you are a walking kind of spokesperson for the meat industry in that you mention and you lament that a vegan diet's not strong. Two, you're eating dairy industry runoff, which is a very strong possibility. That's not even dietarily vegan. They extrapolate bacteria from dairy runoff. They also extrapolate bacteria from GMO waste. They extrapolate bacteria from sewer type waste. So it's one of the three that's in that little pill there. And you know, it's, I don't know what to tell you. And then on the third, one of the other reasons why it's not vegan to eat it is because it shores up vivisection. Vivisection is underlying it. So each time you vote and you pay for something that you definitely don't need, because you don't need B12, you're putting $1 towards vivisection. I'm gonna vote towards vivisection. I'm gonna vote for animals to be tested on. This isn't an opinion. This is an actual dynamic that you just like when you vote for meat, cheese, milk, and eggs, and you put $1 in that cash register, you're voting for underlying systems of violence. When you vote for B12 and you put $1 in that cash register, you are voting for underlying systems of vivisection. If we don't need it at all, there are looming implications, and that is an actual dynamic. That is unfolding. That is a thing. My said statement. That's why B12 is not vegan, guys. All right, anybody else in here? Oh, that's great. Good job, respect. Yeah, the orangutans and the other animals that die for palm oil. See, Donna knows. And I didn't know. I honestly did not know that for the longest time. I just did not know. And then once I did know, and I learned about the orangutans, I learned about Malaysia, Indonesia, I said, hell no, I'm not buying anything with that. And unfortunately, that takes Oreos out of the equation. It's in there. And it's Trojan horse into all kinds of other stuff too. But yeah, let's see, how much time? I'm on 34 minutes. I don't know, guys, this might be a light one. I don't think I'm gonna have any conversations. It was more so in spirit of, giving a heads up to everybody to really be there, be attentive, and stay keen with this this messaging that's going to go out at 3 o'clock to everybody. But I appreciate you guys. Are you guys doing anything fun today? Anybody making any good vegan food today? I think I got got some sandwiches I'm gonna make when I get home. I gotta work later, so this is kind of like a pre-work thing. Yeah, but I think I said everything that needs to be said as far as keep a dubious ear to the interview coming up, and just keep in mind that this very well could be a kind of initiative to put a nail in the coffin of this whole movement that is just trying to spread truth. It's unfortunate that a lot of people are following him and following that messaging. I mean, that's not. It makes me sad a little bit, Makes me sad. What did Black say? Still haven't answered my question, pro-choice or pro-life? Black, oh my God. This is not what the stream is about, so let's be respectful and keep it on the stream. But I will say this, if you're pro-life and you're not vegan, you're being a hypocrite. So, I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist, no pun intended, to see that. All right, Pip, we'll see you later. Thanks for hanging out with us today. And yeah, stay tuned. I'm probably going to make a little short with that run from yesterday. I think I'm going to bake it into something I do from here. And I don't know. That was fun. Thanks for being there for that too. That was cool. And I appreciate your support. Check you next time. Have a great day. Marcos says, I made a very nice paste with tomato juice from fresh tomatoes and whole grain barley rusks. That sounds amazing, Marcos. That sounds amazing. I had a little pasta last night. I had some tomato sauce, some pasta. Spaghetti's so great too. Spaghetti and whatever kind of sauce or veggies, because it's very streamlined, very economical as well. And you can do it so quick, and you can get so much of it. Yeah. Okay, bye Donna. Bye, we'll catch you next time. I'll be out here Saturday for sure. And just so you know, guys, it might be Saturday afternoon instead of Saturday night, but I'll keep you posted. I'll put the thumbnail up soon. But Marcos, that sounds delicious. Hey Santa, it's Jan from Kashmir. Jan from Kashmir. I don't know, who's that? Yeah, pro-life, pro-choice are both being hypocrites if they participate in the animal industries. One is about autonomy, the other is about sanctity of life. Neither are respected by animal exploitation. Dang! Epic truth dropping, epic truth dropping. Pro-choice and pro-life as long as the animals are left alone. Yes, just leave them alone. Just leave the animals alone. Leave the animals alone. We don't need anything nutritionally from a diet of meat, cheese, milk, and eggs. Literally zero. Nobody in the chat can name me one vitamin or nutrient that you need from a non-vegan diet. That brings us to a full stop. That equalizes all other arguments, because now we tilt to the animal outlook and then we say, well, why in the fuck are we doing this to these poor little babies? Why are we doing this to these poor little babies? It's like arguing from crumbles. Like, you guys have no arguments, zero. But I mean, the B12ers still want to give people that. Can't, too many kids. Can't have kids, like little bunch of kids running up into this chat. It's just like the B12 thing, or with the B12 thing, you can't really exact that kind of strength while being a vegan activist. You kind of got to surrender. You got to concede a little bit, because as a B12 plant-baser, you concede that a vegan diet it's not a strong diet. You concede that. Marco says, when I say pasta, I don't mean spaghetti. I mean a kind of thick sauce to accompany vegetables and rice. I think I need the recipe. I think you need to email me that recipe, Marcos. So I'm emailing you the book today. Email me that recipe, please. I would love you forever. That sounds amazing. Yeah, it probably beats what I made last night for everybody. Mine was pretty generic, just a generic tomato sauce, some spaghetti, some veggies. That was about it. But yeah, okay, guys. I was going to go for 45 minutes. Let's go for 6 more. And anybody in the chat has any questions on B12 or any questions on, any non-vegans have any questions on going vegan? Anybody has any general kind of, I guess, ethos-related questions, you know, hit us. But we're out here for the animals right now. Speaking up for them, we do it once a week. We try to optimize every second of every hour that we are here. And today, unfortunately, it is a little cold and not so many people are out here. Although we've had quite a bit of interactions, which is kind of cool. You know, you're standing out here with a sign, everybody driving by, you know, you leave little things for people to think about. You know, imagine the exponential effect once we start covering the earth with these kinds of pop-up outreaches. But, yeah, let me show you guys a little bit today. This is where we're at. This is my magical little town that I live in. I do like the town I live in a lot. I need to get Herman's vegan recipe book for Christmas. That sounds interesting. I wonder what that is. What's your favorite vegan food? Oh, my favorite vegan food, if you're asking me, respect, ooh, man. It's like the whole Utopia Presents, right? Like, it's like asking me what my favorite movie is, and I'm a big movie buff. So my favorite food, I do like Italian. I do like Chinese. I'd say Italian and Chinese are probably my favorite, like, fusions, or my favorite ethnic types of food. God, I love Mediterranean as well, like falafel and big bowls made with all the good stuff by our friends over in the Mediterranean, like hummus, you know, different spicy hummuses, baba ganoush, falafel, tahini, yeah, all the lemon. I love that. But it's really tough. It's really tough. You're asking me a tough question. It's like asking me what my favorite movie is. You know, so I'll have to steep with that. I'll have to think about that. What's going on, man? You want to try this? Why aren't you vegan yet? All right, man, you can do it. Soy 25, man. I got resources. Guy said no thanks. What are your favorite foods, guys? What's your, everybody with one word, if you guys do it, I'll just come up with, I'll find out what it is, what I think it is. What is your favorite vegan food? One word, go. I'm gonna say mine, gosh, it's just so tough. It's so tough. I'm going with pasta. I'm going with pasta for right now. Orange. Okay, Black. And Black, you're non-vegan, right? Yeah, I mean, you're vegan. You're not vegan yet. You're not action vegan yet. But that's really cool. Tofu. Oh, I forgot about tofu, because you can season, sauce, texture that, and just do a myriad of things with it. I'm throwing tofu in there too. Tofu, pasta, tempeh, nice. So many kids. Can't have all these kids roll up on the stream like the old days, because the parents get, believe it or not, it's actually a great thing for kids. But, you know, profit narratives, they've got us divided, right? They don't want certain things to emanate. And they've done a great job at architecting that. That's a case in point with all the kids here. Vegan chili, that sounds amazing. Vegan chili, I didn't think about that, but tempeh's awesome, seitan's awesome. Okay, I'm gonna say tofu, pasta, Brussels sprouts. I might go with particular veggies now. I love Brussels sprouts. I love cauliflower. Cauliflower yields a really nice meaty texture that lets you apply that seasoned saucing and texture to it. Also, I love dipping cauliflower too. Hi guys, you guys wanna try this? Why aren't you vegan yet? A few quick questions.
Thank you.
All right guys, you can do it. Soy 25, I got resources.
Yeah.
Easiest thing in the world. Oh, okay, but that makes it easier. That makes you have even more leverage. You know, we just try to tilt to the animal outlook. That's the whole conversation. Have a great day, guys. Textured vegetable protein chili. broccoli, I love that. PJ, I'm a broccoli guy too. I do like broccoli. I like cauliflower because it just yields a little more spatial equity. What's the word I'm looking for? Like coverage. Like with broccoli, it definitely can absorb everything, but I feel like with cauliflower, it's just more of this like I don't know, canvas that just works for cutting into. It feels more like a kind of like texture dense food when I'm feeling something like that. Cool. All right, guys. Well, I think I'm gonna head out. Oh, that's awesome. Everybody, watch the Gregor interview if you can at 3 o'clock, and just keep your wits about you. We're gonna review it on Friday in the fake B12 Fridays. I'm sure we are, especially if he brings up B12. What's going on, dude? You want to try this? Why aren't you vegan yet?
No.
Questions? All right, man. Have a good day. And we'll field out different Q&A from that Q&A. But yeah, just go in with a dubious ear, an apprehensive ear. Like I said, there's no way, with whatever unfolds, that he's going to go over the pristine, exact ingredient list that actually is in B12. He won't do it. He might answer certain questions by deflecting to certain studies, and we all know what the primary is to studies: peer review and research, right, guys? We know that primary is money and interests. We know scientists and researchers are always sensitive to the funding. The people that are arguing this, they cannot bob and weave around this. You just can't. So, keeping all these things in mind, watch the interview, and it might give you more of a confidence when it comes to telling others about the whole lie of vitamin B12. So I think it's nothing but a net positive for compassionate vegans to watch this, which seems like some kind of a seeming event that's about to take place. All right, everybody. I love you all. Oh, I want to do something real quick. Bear with me. It's for a short that I'm building out, so you guys can be here while I film this. That's kind of, I don't want to be weird, but I made the short yesterday. Oh, actually, I did a live stream yesterday where I was running, and I had my Santa hat on, and while I was running, somebody started running with me, and I don't know if he was trying to get to the bus stop on time or he just wanted to run with me. It really does, in effect, to me, remain a mystery. But anyway, as he's running, I'm telling him about veganism, I'm telling him about the golden rule, I'm telling him about the nutritional aspect, I tell him about how we vote when we go to the cash register, and I left him with a big "I love you" before departing, and he went off on his to the bus stop, and it was crazy, and I got it all on video. It's just really, really like all over the place, but it was like it was vegan activism while doing a big multi-mile run, and I had no idea it was going to happen. So I thought it'd be fun for a little short, just to show how powerful just wearing a t-shirt, because that's what prompted the whole thing, just how powerful wearing a t-shirt, vegan t-shirt, can be. So bear with me here. All right, so yeah, and maybe that'll just be it. I'll just extrapolate from that. I feel weird going through like a rehearsed thing just to make it short with. But yeah, long and short of it, I'm out there yesterday, I'm running, someone starts running with me. It was absolutely incredible. We shared the vegan message, we told the person I love you, we went on our ways. There is a power to wearing vegan t-shirts, everybody. There is a power to wearing pins as they ask me why I'm vegan. There is a power to putting as much kind of love out there into the world as possible that, has a chance of reaching people's hearts and minds. And yeah, it was just kind of like a really cool happening. But anyway, all right guys, take care everybody. We'll see you in the next live stream. Bye guys.